Episode 5 of Season 18.
Goodness gracious, kids.
Electric City Nerds, trying to talk radio with a nerdy twist. I did that backwards. It's kind of throwing me off.
Yeah, I was like about to say Episode 5. Episode 5. Man.
All right. So I want to say thank you to anybody that may be listening to this on YouTube. We're trying to put out some YouTube videos, which honestly, since the last podcast episode, I haven't put up any videos. So I'm not doing very well on the
You're
news.
sorry and you're welcome all at once.
This was supposed to be the year of the YouTube. What is the year? Is this the year of the monkey? What is the year on the...
I don't know, but what year were you born in on that? What's your birth year? Because I'm the year of the serpent, which is really cool.
That's a really good one.
It's pretty cool, man. I'm also a Slytherin and a horned serpent.
I would have to look it up and see because I don't know off the top of my head, but this was supposed to be the year of the YouTube. So YouTube.com, look for Electric City Nerds. That's our YouTube channel. I've got 2 New York videos edited, but I want to upload them all at the same time. So there's about to be a drop of 3 or 4 episodes, and then I've got
giant flash.
That's right, and then I've got a response video that I'm working on too for something someone sent me. So I'll leave that. I'll make it a surprise. So check out Electric City Nerds on YouTube, but not just YouTube, dude. Like we had a really good week this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at the beginning of the year, like around the holidays, and then into the beginning of this year. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The podcast just fell off. Like seriously, we didn't have it was rough. It was probably one of the lowest as far as just like subscriber count and play counts.
Well, we had that debacle with iTunes too. So that's
we had to redo that. Yeah, that was a big part of it, and
that's difficult.
This month has been crazy. Like every month I try to beat the numbers of last month, and I kind of want to calm down because like we're never going to beat this next month. There's no way.
Our comp numbers are going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, so I appreciate you guys. Keep listening.
Oh, absolutely.
I really appreciate it so much. I'm glad that we've been doing the show for this long, and there's still people out there listening.
Crafty old salty veterans we got here.
Yeah. It's probably a lot of old ladies that got to feed their cats in the morning.
I mean, it's cool,
and we're keeping all our cats company, but that's fine. I like old ladies.
Cats are my favorite animal.
Yeah, not mine. I
love them.
But
nobody's perfect, Bo. Also, guys, tell your friends too. Pass it around. I mean, most of the time between Bo and I and all of our various friends that we have come in and out of the show, somebody knows one of us, right? So, hey, this dude that's really cool that works on computers, his name is Bo. You know him. He's Cameron's cousin. You should listen.
But talking about your favorite animal, my least favorite animal in the entire world is a snake.
I love them too.
I've talked about how I have been scared of snakes. You remember? This is a funny story that I never followed up on. This happened last summer. Remember when Cameron said that he saw a snake in my driveway, and I was freaked out about it?
Yeah, and it was like hearsay, or it could have been.
So I thought he made the whole thing up.
He might have,
and he might have. He might have, but I might be wrong. He might have legitimately saw a snake. But one day, shortly after he said that. Yeah. I was going into the driveway, and I swear to God I saw a snake, and it was exactly the way he described it. It was not like a super long snake. It was kind of short, but it was fat. It was a chode of a snake. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
And I was like, I'm going to run over it. And because I was like, I don't want to get out of my car and like run up my pants leg and I'll never get it out or something. So I was like, I'm going to run over it.
I don't think they're that aggressive when they attack humans. I don't know.
They just creep me out. Even if I know, like if a snake like didn't have a mouth, if I knew it couldn't bite me, it was like a worm. I just don't like the idea of it. It's just the whole thing is just creepy. It's got like scales and little beady eyes and stuff. Just fuck them all, dude. Just fuck 'em.
Every single one of those snakes, they can go straight to hell.
And so I ran over it, and it didn't move. So I ran over it. I backed up, and it didn't look any flatter. Like it still looked.
It can handle it. They're so strong.
Yeah, it still looked round. So I was like, "What is up with this snake? What's the deal?" And so I ran over it again. And then I backed up, and it's still. I was like, "Did I miss it? Am I missing it? Am I not? And why is it not running away?" And it didn't lose any. Like you would think it would be flat by now. So
it's coming for you.
So I think I even called. I called my wife. I backed up far enough where I could see it, and I called my wife, and I was like, "Hey, there's that snake Cameron saw." It's in the driveway right now.
He wasn't lying after all.
He wasn't lying. And I told her, I said, I just ran over. I don't know if it's alive or not. So I was like, stay on the phone with me. I'm going to get out of the car and see if
like, I really don't think it's going to jump up and wreck you like you think it will. I really don't.
I don't care.
I
mean, just don't like it.
Ran it over. I don't think it's going to come after you. After you just
don't like it, man.
Broke part of its spinal column. It's like, I got to get my revenge on this guy. Oh,
So I got out of the car. And I go up to it. And before I get all the way to it, I can tell that it is actually a bicycle inner tube cut in half.
Classic Bo.
It's not even a snake. And
classic.
What happened is on my bike, I used to have bicycle inner tubes used as grip tape. Like I had recycled inner tubes as grip tape, and I took them off because they're not meant to be grip tape. They're not meant to be used forever. So eventually the rubber just started wearing, and I unraveled them off the handlebars of my bike, and I just tossed them in the garage because I'm a lazy shit and
never threw them away. Yep.
And I wonder if that's what Cameron saw too and thought I was a snake. Because I'm telling you, it legit looked like a snake.
This could go anywhere.
It legit looked like a snake. But this weekend we saw a snake in my yard, and it was a big king snake, a black king snake.
It was probably the leader.
It was the king.
It was the leader coming after you for what you did.
But he doesn't care about inner tubes.
No, I mean, but it reminded him of his mom. Maybe I don't know.
But every dude, I'm moving because every year
I'm out. I'm done.
every year we see a big snake in our yard.
Oh Lord, just out the door. Peace.
Could it be the same snake? Like the snakes live long enough?
I don't think they depending on the breed. I really don't think they live like the years that you're thinking they live. Though I don't know.
I think it's the same snake because it's like bigger every year.
Once again, if Michael Oates would ever listen to the episode, he could totally tell us because
is he like a snake expert?
He's like a reptile snake.
Man, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I mean, for other reasons too. I don't trust
anybody. And Cameron's got a snake now. I don't trust anybody that has a pet snake.
Oh man, I love him, man.
What are you fucking doing with your life that you have a pet snake?
What are you doing with dogs? That's the same
Dogs
thing.
are not anything like snakes.
No, they're stupider.
I am not. A snake has no loyalty to you. A snake,
That's what I like about it more. That's why I like cats over dogs because cats don't BS. Cats don't lie to me.
Cats have more loyalty than snakes do, though.
I don't know, man. The snake's brains are little, but
no.
Well, cats' loyalty lies in the fact that you give it a place to sleep and you feed it every day.
Yeah.
If you stopped giving it a place to sleep and feeding it, it would just go move on. It's like a human. I can understand that. A dog, I mean, you can kick that thing in the face. You can not.
Yeah,
feed
you
it
can do anything to a dog,
and it'll run up and lick you and love you. And I
Yeah.
just don't. That seems dishonest to me. I don't.
And see, maybe I just seek that approval so much that's why I like dogs.
That's what you need
over cats. Yeah,
because you just don't get it from humans. But you get that from me, Bo.
But snakes, there's no way you get the same like enjoyment. It's like having a goldfish. It's probably a step above. It's probably a step above a goldfish.
I know my buddy DJ is like super hard. He's got like 7 or 8 of them.
I don't trust anybody. If you listen to a snake, unsubscribe to this podcast because I don't.
Hey, if you're listening to snakes,
I don't trust anybody.
If you're parcel tonguing the hell out of it,
I don't get it. I don't want nothing to do with you.
Trish, I know you're listening. And
does Trish own a snake?
We totally need to get one.
Does Trish own a snake? Oh, no, you're going to get a snake.
I've been trying to talk her into it for a while.
I couldn't date a girl that owned a snake.
I mean, she had them in the past, but she doesn't have one right now.
That's crazy.
She's got a cat that is smarter than all of us put together. Her cat is ridiculous.
Everybody that owns a cat's like, oh, my cat's like a dog. He acts like a human. He acts like a fucking cat. Because everybody that has a cat says that. So cats must just act that way.
Sometimes, but he's bad at being a cat. Like the jumps that
you're doing it. Now you're doing it.
No, he's bad at it. He doesn't act like a human. He doesn't act like a cat either. I don't know what he acts like.
Yeah.
Because he does the stuff where he tries to jump up and perch and he just falls.
Yeah.
And he's not smart, but in other ways, manipulation, he's pretty smart because he's got me.
I'm thinking about getting a cat. I'm thinking about getting an outdoor cat to keep the snakes away. That's what somebody I talked to somebody that had a farm that I figured they know more about snakes than I do.
Probably so.
And
they probably could tell them the difference between them and inner tubes.
That's what he told me.
I don't think that might be part of their training. Who knows?
That's what he told me, was to get an outdoor cat, and they're easy because all you gotta do is keep food out there, and they'll keep coming back, and they'll keep mice and snakes away. Now I gotta say, we've always had a snake problem at this house, but I've never seen them out. I've never seen
those
one.
mice are just smarter, man. They're just
they're getting eaten by the snakes. They're getting eaten by the snakes.
So, are you gonna really just disrupt that whole circle of life?
That's why you need a cat. A cat takes care. Yeah, I get
one
two cats.
One can be the manager of the snake population. The other one can take care of the mice.
I'll do it. I'm okay with cats. Cats don't creep me out. I don't like them as much as dogs, but they don't creep me out. But snakes, like, I just don't want nothing to do with them.
Yeah, mate, we'll make a little house back there. I can make one that looks like Cameron's house. Video coming. I made in Fallout. We can make it. Can we name the cat Cameron and treat it just as badly as we treat Cameron?
Name him Cat
Cameron, so we can tell the difference between him and human Cameron.
Yeah. We'll spray paint a number. We'll spray paint 1 and 2 on them.
Can we do on Cameron's back and Cat Cameron's back, so we can tell the difference between the two of them?
So another dirty room. Last week you talked about.
Oh yes, this show, man.
And here's the thing: is you told me about it last week, and then after we got off the air, I think I started watching it at work, and literally I watched every episode.
It'll eat you right up, dude. It's like I think there's 9 out now. I think there's
9 episodes.
I feel like it has been like a ridiculously long time between the last episode and a new one coming out. I'm getting a little worried. But I think I only really discovered this about a week and a half ago. That's plenty of time to go between episodes.
Yeah.
I just happened to, quote unquote, binge the hell out of it like everybody talks about. Like I'm behind on a bunch of Netflix shows. I'm behind on Hulu stuff.
Yeah.
I'm behind on this and that. But I'll watch 9 episods of some ridiculous YouTube show.
Dude, it is really good. Another dirty room. I had no idea that it was going to suck me in the way it did.
It's disgusting and fascinating all at once, all wrapped up.
Yeah, just to recap what it is in case you didn't hear last week's episode. Basically, these guys go to these disgusting hotel rooms and they pick the hotel apart. They pull the bed sheets apart. They just go through everything, and I mean they find things like needles.
You would not believe. Yeah,
they found drugs in one episode. They found a wallet in the first episode, and the wallet had different people's IDs in it. They find and they have a black light, and they have that stuff that detectives spray to see blood on the wall.
Yeah,
and stuff
the luminol.
It's insane. I don't know why it's so addicting, but I love watching these disgusting hotel rooms.
What area are they in right now? Oh, what are they?
They're all
what
around.
Town are they in? What are they? What's going on? What is it? Am I going to recognize this place from one of my travels, or am I going to?
They're all around Baltimore, which is
I believe that's where they're from. Is the Baltimore area, so it's a little bit easier. Except for what kicked this whole thing off was in freaking Greenville, right? 30 minutes from here.
I looked up. So last week I said that I had been to that hotel before on a Geek Squad installation. I was wrong. The hotel I was talking about is actually in Spartanburg, and I don't know the name of it. But I drove by the country Hearth Inn to see if it was the same one. Now I was on my way to Greenville for something else, and it's right off of 85. It's
right as soon as you're coming in.
Yeah, which I never did. I wouldn't have went that south. That would have been a different department of Geek Squad. So I know that wasn't the right hotel. I think the one I went to was in Spartanburg. But here's the thing: I think the one I went to was dirtier than that one. I think it was worse.
I mean, it's in Spartanburg, so I can't understand it actually being
the Berg, baby,
good at all.
Yeah, I actually think it was worse. I think maybe we should contact the other dirty room
guys.
Yeah,
we need to get Dan Bell on the horn here and be like, "Hey, man, you have no idea how bad it really is until you get to Spartanburg."
But I really dug the show, and I fell into this YouTube hole of finding other videos about Country Hearth Inn because there's
it's infamous. It turns out, it's not even. Yeah, it's not.
Who knew that Greenville's claim to fame was going to be the dirtiest hotel in America
with blood splatter, like a pool of blood on a turned over mattress? They just turn the mattress over. They don't clean it. They don't throw it out. They don't burn it.
Oh, it's so bad.
They flip it over.
And so I go to YouTube. There's people there's videos of people that are complaining about oh, I stayed here, they didn't get my money back, and all this kind of stuff. And then I started looking at the Country Hearth Inn. You just Google it, and there's one in Greenville and there's one in Toccoa.
Oh wow, it's like
I think
is it incorporated?
Yeah, I think it's the same people. Now the one at Toccoa is average 3.9 stars. Couldn't quite make that 4-star.
Oh man, yeah, it's just right on the edge.
And the one in Greenville is 1.5 stars.
Oh God, wow, that's a lot of honesty there, isn't it?
And well, I'm sure that let's compare. So I'm sure the Dan Bell video didn't help there. I'm sure that added to it. So there's 192 reviews of the Country Hearth in Greenville, which is $55 a night, by the way. So that doesn't sound great.
That doesn't sound like a deal as is.
Oh, there's
right
one
there.
in Gainesville, Georgia.
Oh,
too.
wow. Well, yeah, it sounds perfect there too. That sounds like it fits right in Gainesville as well.
And they go up. Greenville's the cheapest at $55, and they go to $70 and $80. But like if you look at the Toccoa, it only has 37 reviews.
That's because there's about 110 people in Toccoa, so that many people stayed there.
And then Gainesville has 38 reviews. So you're right. Greenville is more popular than both. I've never been to Gainesville. I don't know what's in Gainesville. Do they have like shopping there?
Gainesville it gets to be a little touristy around that area.
Really?
Yeah.
So maybe they should have more than 38.
Dude, I know
I
got a lot of favorite bands that are from Gainesville too. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Hot Water Music's from Gainesville. Les and Jake, Against Me.
Les and Jake is
they're all
from Georgia?
No, they're from Gainesville, Florida.
Oh, is Gainesville in Florida?
Is it
I'm talking about Gainesville,
Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh God, there's a Gainesville, Georgia too.
Yeah,
I just assumed you were talking about Florida.
I didn't
no, Gainesville, Georgia. I'm pretty sure I didn't know it existed until about 2 minutes ago. So I don't. 2 seconds ago here. I don't think it's a touristy attraction.
But anyway, so do you think that 38, so we're looking at 38 reviews versus 192, and it's Gainesville, Georgia versus Greenville, which is a much bigger, more popular place.
Yeah.
But the Dan Bell video probably has like 3 million views.
By now, absolutely, yeah. It's about 2 years old as well. Or a year and a half. I don't remember how old exactly it was.
So I don't think that the video is the reason why these reviews are so bad. I think that did impact it 100%.
I think it might have actually inadvertently also been like, oh man, we're right near that nasty hotel that Dan Bell went to. Let's go check it out and stay there for a night.
I'll pay $55 just to check it out.
Just to go look around, yeah. So maybe he inadvertently made them some money too.
Right, maybe. I don't know. But there's so many videos of people that have like stayed there and are complaining about it. All right, so and then I fell into the rabbit hole of looking at the reviews. I was like, because of this dilemma of whether or not the reviews are accurate or whether they're based on the YouTube video. So I started looking at the reviews, and oh man, it's crazy. All right, this guy, Michael. I'm not going to say their last names. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. Yeah. So Michael says, terrible place. Rooms were disgusting. We slept and ran out. I feel like we overpaid by $20. So Michael, I want to know, if you had paid $35 for this room, you would have been cool with it.
Yeah, that must have been what it is.
The difference was the price. So judging by the Another Dirty Room video, this room was a health hazard and completely disgusting. But Michael's cool as long as he only paid $35.
Yeah, then it's okay. If it was just $35, I'll be all right with it.
Get your shit together. So, but look, some of the reviews are like 3 stars. There's 5-star reviews here.
Do they have like maybe a penthouse suite that they give like the really important looking
that's
people?
A good point.
One
maybe.
That's like right next to the office that he can clean really easily and just walk in and out of? Is there?
I gotta think that not every room is as bad as the one in the video.
I hope not. I mean, but the thing about the video is too, if you look it up, it's called Horror Motel.
Yeah.
It's got, let me see how many views are on this. 101,000 reviews.
Yeah, and I want to say too, we've been like promoting this a lot. We don't even know these people. It's just fascinated us.
It's just like a rabbit hole I fell down to
the
on
fact
YouTube,
that it's connected to Greenville, just like completely.
It was so funny, and it was actually September of 2016, so it isn't really all that old.
It's not even that old.
No, it's not. Well, he might have. This might be a repost of the original video.
How many views does it have?
No, the views is 101,796. So almost,
wow, okay,
almost 101.
I thought it would have broke 1 million by now.
Well, it might be. I might be looking at a repost because it's got a hashtag Another Dirty Room on it, so it's actually after.
Oh, but you can change that. You don't have to re-upload to change that.
He's got another one, Horror Motel, Bloody Mattress Things and the Owner, and that one is. It's the same video. It just leads you back to the same thing.
Oh, so VL says, excellent hotel for the price. The motion detector light was a little annoying, but they aren't a deal breaker for us. 5 stars.
Oh, wow. Hey.
VL, what have you done in your life that you stay at the Country Hearth Inn in Greenville and give it 5 fucking stars? VL, come on, man. Excellent hotel for the price.
I don't know. Maybe we need to just get to the bottom of this and go check it out ourselves. Perhaps that'll.
Tina Bishop, it's not high priced, but the service is reminiscent of higher priced places.
I wonder how many hotels you stay in, Tina.
Tina, I accidentally said your last name, Tina, but you know what?
You're on the internet. It doesn't matter at this point. Yeah.
I don't think if you're giving the Country Hearth 4 stars, I don't feel like you can afford to sue me. So there you go.
Come at me, Tina.
And ugly people get AIDS.
That's exactly what happens.
So look, and then I go to Tina's other review. So if you click on the name,
Lord, yeah, you can go look around on all that.
Yeah, you can see other things that she's reviewed. She has 21 points. She is reviewing all kinds of hotels, and she's giving them all 5 stars.
I'm wondering if she's getting paid by these hotels. Yeah, she might be one of those bots or whatever that they pay to go through and.
Yeah, Tina, I don't think you're a real person, but.
Tina, we're calling you out, seeing as I apparently can never fight. What's his name?
Tina gave the Country Hearth 5 stars, but she gave the Waffle House 2 stars.
I don't know what kind of world she's walking in.
And she said she was totally disappointed, did not live up to expectations.
You expected stuff from the Waffle House. First of all,
what's wrong with you, Tina?
Playing in as many punk bands as I've played it over the years, and playing as many shows. I haven't done millions of shows. You know, I'm not Ramones level by any stretch of the imagination. But you're drunk as hell. You go to the Waffle House at 2:30 in the morning to drink as much coffee as you can to piss all that beer and alcohol out of you and to sober up. And I don't know how you can go running into any kind of high expectations when it comes to a Waffle House in any stretch of the imagination.
I have never eaten at a Waffle House and not immediately had to go use. I remember once I was on the phone with you. This was this was a long time ago. We went to Waffle House. I think maybe me, you, and Matt, and my wife went to Waffle House.
I feel like I remember that. Yeah.
And then on the drive home, I had like a long conversation with you over the phone, and we were probably talking about something really serious. And then it was like getting from the door of my car to my bathroom was like a sprint. And I was just like
the longest.
In the middle of our conversation, all right, Scott, I got to go back.
It's like, I don't know what's wrong with Bo. Oh, yeah, we just had some Waffle House.
I don't think I seriously, there's something about that place. I don't think I've ever eaten there and not had to immediately go to the bathroom.
It's what goes up, what goes in, what's come out. That's exactly
But, it's all that you sit there and you talk, you drink a lot of coffee. Like, I think
that coffee's not helping holding your poops in.
That's
not helping.
That's what I'm saying. I think it is kind of part of the experience, but come on, Tina.
You got to get your act together, Tina. So what else? What else do we have from this week? Did you do anything ridiculous? How was your hotel on your trip? Was it anywhere near? Oh, but you watched.
We talked about that last week.
Did you watch Another Dirty Room after you came back from New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which kind of made me
think about
think.
if it was flip flopped. Like
yeah,
if you watched it before you went.
I would have been judging, and I'll be honest with you. New York is not the cleanest place. I feel like you'd find a lot of disgusting hotels in New York.
Well, the thing I'm most concerned about, which I have learned hardcore from that for my future travels, is I'm going to check the beds
for bed bugs.
The bed bugs is what I'm worried about.
Apparently, bed bugs is just fucking like it's terrible.
It's an epidemic. Yeah, you can carry them home with you. You can infest your own house. And
I was thinking about this, if you know how people hide money in the mattress?
Yeah.
Can you get bed bugs so bad that they eat your money?
They just tear your money right up.
Is that the way it works? I don't know. I don't know
it's like
how
the
this
government
works.
all over again. They're just eating up your money. Except they're little insects.
How much money how much money would be in your mattress that it would get infected with bed bugs that you would just throw it away? Like what would be the lowest amount that you're just like, oh, it's not even worth me trying to get like a $5 bill?
Well, I don't, because it costs.
But nobody hides a $5 bill in their mattress.
It costs a hell of a lot to get rid of them too. It's not super cheap to kill them all. So I mean, you just burn your house down and walk away. Yeah, like completely.
I mean, I'm about to do that for the snakes.
Just burn it down and walk off because of the snakes.
But I'm talking about all these reviews because this gave me an idea for a segment. I want to find Tina. I think is a bot. Tina, you're not a real person.
We can't track her down. She's just a freaking Cylon floating around.
VL, Alti, Linda, Melissa.
We're coming for you.
Juanita. Yeah, I looked at Juanita's. Juanita, I'm on your game. I see Juanita gave it 4 stars. Good review, and she's reviewed other hotels in the area. I want to find these people, and I want to get them on the show. I want to ask them where they went wrong in their life to think this is a nice hotel. No, really, I want to talk to the lowest rated person on Google, and I want to talk to the highest rated person. And then I want to compare their stories and find out, A, why the person hated it so much to give it 1 star.
Why would you?
They probably have a really good story. They probably got like gypped out of some money.
They got
had
some
like
lice crawling around their hair now.
they got lice there. Yeah, they found blood in the toilet whenever they got there.
It could be anything.
Yeah, and I want to talk to that person, and then I want to find Juanita, who gave it 3 stars and said everything was good, but the door locked. Yeah, but look, I looked at other reviews that Juanita wrote, and she complained about the door lock on them too. So Juanita, what's going on in your life?
Continuity, man.
I want to talk to people that have stayed here, and I think that would be really interesting.
She just comes to the door like Kool-Aid Man. Whenever she walks in anywhere, she just like breaks the door down and shreds the locks.
She's breaking these locks.
She's the problem. She's the B&E. Okay, she's the one that's messing everything up.
But anyway, so moving on from the country Hearth.
I'm telling you, man, one of these days, Country Hearth Inn is going to be our final destination.
I want to do review interviews, though. If you know anybody, if anybody listening knows anybody that has stayed there, let's get them on the show.
We're going to get to the bottom of this.
And I hope they had a terrible experience. But don't just make up something. Don't anybody call in and be like, oh, yeah, I stayed there, and there was a dead body underneath the bed. I want a real story, but I want somebody to tell me about it. Or if you stayed at a terrible hotel, It'd be
funny.
I'll take something. Yeah,
you stayed at one of your friends' houses and they made you wear your coat all night because it was so cold in there. You can do stuff like that. I don't know. I'm wondering if there's like a whole section of the world for bad experiences with Airbnbs.
Yeah,
because most of my friends, like you've said, Trisha said,
yeah,
their experiences with Airbnbs have all been pretty cool from what I've heard.
Mine was good, yeah.
I've never heard anybody say, oh, my God, it was like sleeping in the Manson
We
house
stayed once.
Or anything like that. Everybody's been really liking it. So
we've only done it once. I'm trying to make sure. Did we do it twice? I think we only did it once. I think we were going to do it another year, and we ended up not doing it. But the one time we did, it was like the person that owned that apartment, that's like all they did. There was no
straight up for that.
Yeah, there was no pictures of like his family or anything. It was basically a hotel,
like a professional Airbnb. Yeah, he had it just to do that.
But what's funny though is that guy ended up getting in trouble with his apartment building.
Yeah, because he's making money off of their property.
Yeah, because he told us when we gave him his key back that they were like, yeah, they figured out that you guys were
you're not my actual cousin.
He gave us the backstory. He was like, hey, if anybody asks, because you had to talk to the front desk every day going in, and we're going to a con, so we're dressed as superheroes and Star Trek people.
In and out
and so
costumes.
Of course they wanted to talk to us, right? And he told us, he was like, you just say, he's telling my wife was his sister-in-law, or my wife was his sister and I was his brother-in-law, and we were staying there to go to the con. And
do I get a discount for memorizing the sheet of backstory here? Do I get that?
Yeah, I was like a total method actor. Like I was his brother-in-law while we were there, like completely. I was talking about how he told me I wasn't good enough for his sister. No, but yeah, he told us when we gave him his keys back that they figured it out, and then he got in trouble for it. So I don't know. They might have kicked him out of the building. I don't know. Maybe he had a terrible lease he was trying to get out of anyway. But that kind of the another Dirty Room people also do urban exploration.
Yeah,
videos.
that's what Dan started off doing, from what I understand. Yeah,
and I know you're really into these.
Yeah, I love urbex stuff. I love watching all that.
I like the proper people videos, and I like urban exploration videos. And I used to like go in old buildings and stuff, but I didn't have a camera. I could have been like a YouTube sensation, but I used to.
You could have done it, man.
Around here in Anderson,
God knows, yeah.
There's a ton of these places that you can walk around. And I feel like if you have like a really nice camera and tripod set up and stuff like that, and like someone caught you, they would just be, oh, I'm a photographer.
Yeah, I'm just in here documenting this.
I think they would just be like, get the hell out. I don't think you'd get in any trouble.
I mean, most of the time, I mean, there are videos on YouTube that we got kicked out of blah blah blah, and security found us, and most of the time it's like, come with us, we're escorting you out. You can't do that here. Turn it off.
Now, do you find these videos creepy? Like
some of them, yeah.
Like in the heebie-jeebie senses?
Some of them are, and you could tell the ones that they did it on purpose to try to make it a little bit creepier.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, the addiction I've had to horror films all my life and scary stories and stuff like that is always it helps with it too.
I saw one last night that was a abandoned funeral home.
Yeah, with the lights still on. I think that's. I
don't know if they had the lights on.
The power still worked.
There was bodies. Yeah. They found bodies in the funeral home that had been abandoned.
I don't know. I'm about to get the link to that one.
So here's the thing: is I'm with you. It smells like bullshit, right?
It does.
And it may be. I'm not saying it's not.
It was like their friends that they had lay down in there.
No, they were like
put some baby powder on them and lay them down.
No, it was like completely decomposed, but like. It didn't look fake. You know what I mean? Like it looks.
Yeah, I'm about to see that.
Here's the thing. I'm not saying it's real. Because I find it really hard to believe that people like their loved ones are just never got buried, and they're just like, oh, you know, we
just like fill the coffin up with rocks and bury that.
We took Grandpa Edwards to the McDougal's funeral,
and they just forgot him.
And well, it's been 2 years, and we still hadn't had a funeral. You know, like
the burial hasn't gone down yet.
I know that couldn't possibly happen, but all the time you hear about funeral homes that like we're having like they couldn't keep up with all the cremations. And
that's a lot of work, a cremation. It's a lot harder than you think. You don't just chuck somebody into a big kiln and then it's over.
And it's just a big pile of dust. It doesn't work that way. And there's been a lot of stories of funeral homes in like rural places that couldn't afford the cremation, but yet they couldn't afford to stop taking the bodies, and so they were just burying them in their backyard and stuff. I mean, there's been a couple cases where they found something like, I remember one, they found like 30 bodies at this place.
They just been doing it somebody for like a freaking urn full of sawdust or something. That's Uncle Ted.
They just put ashes in it.
It's like it's Uncle Ted.
Or what they'll do is they'll cremate the body as best they can. Maybe their furnace is not hot enough to get rid of all of it.
Because it probably takes a whole lot of money to do that.
And then they just throw away the rest.
just feed it to the hogs. There you go.
And so what if this was one of those cases where like a funeral home was supposedly cremating people and they weren't, and then they abandoned the place, because the story is that the guy that owned it died and the family didn't pay taxes on the building, and finally it was abandoned, and it was like in limbo of when the state or the bank or somebody was going to take over. And now that it has been taken over, the place is completely boarded up, and apparently there's a news story attached to this and everything that they had found the bodies. But my thing is wouldn't the people that were informed, hey, we found your body in this abandoned funeral home, we're really sorry about that, wouldn't those people see the YouTube video?
Yeah, and be like, oh, snap.
Request it be taken down.
Let's go get it. Or, the video itself, yeah.
Yeah, so to me, it's suspect, but it's a little believable.
I'm going to get that link from you tonight and check it out. Because that sounds... I feel like I came across it at one point in one of my just walks around YouTube and just was like, whatever.
Yeah, it's not a very good one because there's no dialogue. It's just music on top of silent video of them walking around. And I read the comments before I watched the video because I figured somewhere in the comments someone would be like, "Oh, bullshit," like there's no body in this video, or it was a plastic skeleton from Target. But like all the comments were like, shit, I think this is a real dead body.
I think this is real. And if YouTube comments are getting honest, that's a scary place to be. Yeah, if YouTube is like, oh crap.
But yeah, I think they're almost always creepy. But it's because they're just most of them they're walking around at night with flashlights.
Yep.
Because none of these places have power.
There was a Dan Bell one recently I was just watching that had him and Will from Another Dirty Room in it. And they were walking around in the town that the Mothman legend came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were walking to like different like left houses or a little monument. I don't even remember what they were. Different buildings that were meant for circle.
And there's another one in that same
hearing
series.
Something bark off in the background. And they're like, oh God. And it's creepy because I don't think the Mothman's about to jump out and kill him.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, what was that? And stuff like that.
Well, this gave me an idea. All right. I was thinking, how could we do urban exploration, right, for ECN Radio and do it differently than everybody else? Because pretty much everybody else goes into an abandoned building
and walks around with a camera.
It's
artsy.
Camera.
Put something down.
And they do it at night so that it's a little creepy. But really, I think most of the time it's just creepy because it's dark. So I was thinking, what if we went into like Toys R Us with the lights off and flashlights, and we just walked around and we just whispered to each other.
Oh, go over here. What's that?
Look, check this out.
Somebody's driving by. You gotta get down. You can't see us.
That would be creepy as shit.
We gotta get down.
And then I got to thinking, well, what businesses would let us do this? So here's the thing. What if we did a business, a local business that would let us come in and turn the lights off, and we have cameras and flashlights, and we just walk around, and we're like, oh shit, Scott, look at this. They have 20% off.
All right, Matt from ABV, we're coming for you guys. Mike at Planet, we are down.
Trade paperbacks are 40% off.
Oh my God, look at this. There's $5 trade paperbacks. Get down. The cops, they're coming by.
We should do.
They can't see us. We gotta get down.
We need to do non-abandoned urban exploration. We just walk around with cameras and explore places.
Just explore stuff that's just not open yet.
Yeah.
All right. Today we're walking around in in this mom and pop restaurant downtown.
But they gotta turn the lights off.
Lights have to be off, and I have to have some kind of like ridiculous, paid too much for it flashlight. That's like a nightstick.
Oh yeah, like a cute, like it lights the whole room.
Just the whole room's lit, and I'm holding a camera that's on a tripod. Pictures of each other with us talking to each other.
Yeah,
holding the cameras. Scott, you got to open that door. Open that door. I don't know what's behind it. I don't know either. Just open the door. Open it up. Open it up.
I'm gonna work on this.
This is gonna be a great parody, guys. This is coming down. It's gonna be an accidental brilliance.
Let's see. You didn't have any earbuds this week. Is there any?
I've been listening to the same stuff, dude. It's been fun, but I made a couple cool Pandora stations. I've been rocking some old school 70s funk and some weird like 50s ska recently.
Why Pandora? I want to know that. Why
Pandora plays better. Has a better selection to me than I've been going back and forth with that on Spotify, and I enjoy Pandora's selection a lot more.
I think Spotify has a way better selection.
Pandora is much more logical to me. Like what they play is logical. If I put the selectors in there, they're going to play ska bands.
Yeah, you're talking about they have a better radio, like where you say I want to listen to Daft Punk radio, and then it plays bands that sound like Daft Punk. They are better at that. They are better. They're probably the best at that, honestly.
That's usually what I listen for. I don't listen for, like, I don't want to be like, I'm going to go in and listen to all this Descendants music on shuffle, because I've got all that anyway. All I have to do is hit a button twice on my phone, and I've got all the Descendants songs on shuffle. So, usually it's to hear other bands of that genre that I might not know about and be like, oh, crap, I think I'm going to go find this and get this or stuff like that. So I've been doing that while I've been messing around playing video games and stuff, and
I got you.
It works.
The first episode of Better Call Saul came out.
Yeah,
either last week or the week before.
I believe so.
But I just watched it this week.
Oh man!
And how far are you in Better Call Saul? Did you see season 2?
I believe I finished 2. Yeah, I should have.
Season 2 ends with Click.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I believe I've made it that far. If not, I'm just going to go back and fix all that right tonight.
And this season picks up like right where that left off, and it's the show is picking up now. I can tell. Like the first 2 seasons were setting up what's coming this season. I feel like.
I wonder if by the time this is all said and done, if it is literally going to bleed into the first time we see Saul on Breaking Bad. Like he'll walk through the door into the room where Walton and Jesse are.
Well, was that the first time they saw him, or was the first time they saw him? Because remember when they first run into him, they feel like they have to kill him, and then he tells them to give him money that makes it so that he has client confidentiality.
Yeah.
And he can't. He couldn't possibly rat on him, and that was the way that he kept him from killing him.
It's probably going to bleed directly right into that scene,
so,
which would be absolutely awesome and something we've never seen on TV before.
It would be really good, but this first episode set up what's going to happen with the title click and what that refers to. It sets that up. And then it sets up what's the guy Gus Fring's like henchman guy that
Tuco or the two brothers?
No, the guy that is like the ruthless killer guy, Mike, or what's his name? Is it Mike?
You talking about Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike. Like probably the coolest character.
Yeah,
in Breaking
he is
Bad.
by far. I'm just not good at remembering names of characters.
Well, it's Mike too, so it's like it's not like it's a very unique name either. So
Mike. They set up Mike's story.
Yeah,
and he kind of left off on a little bit of a cliffhanger, but this episode just had like a perfect Mike moment where he figures out something and does something that like only he could do this way, and he did it in such a Mike calm, just the guy he's like one of the coolest characters on television.
He's absolutely and the way that man nails that role, we've said it a billion times. That just that tired, constant, just he's done with everything, no matter what.
Yeah, such a good show. Rob, I'm reading your comment about you going to Germany.
Apparently when Rob is in here taking a shower, staying in this place in Germany, this stayed at bed and breakfast, and while he's taking a shower, this lady comes in and just pees, uses the toilet while he's in the shower, and then said something that he couldn't understand and just walked out.
Now, was it done? So did it have like a public bathroom, I'm guessing?
Well, it's a bed and breakfast, so it's probably just it's in the hall.
It's just bedroom, and then you had wow, that's crazy.
That's that weird cultural barrier, man. People that aren't Americans. I
feel like that's weird no matter where you go.
I've got boundaries with everybody. Like when I'm in that bathroom, there's nobody else in that bathroom.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm like standing there getting something out of the mirror or something like that, and somebody walks and grabs something and leaves, it's one thing. But if I'm on that toilet, I'm brushing my teeth, or I'm in that shower, nobody else is in that damn bathroom while I am. And I do the same thing for everybody else around me. I'm like, let me get out of your way. Let me move out of the way. I'm not sharing a toilet room with anybody. That's disgusting. That's ridiculous. I don't care how old I get. I will never get into that.
And Trish says that she had a friend who stayed at Airbnb, that the place was immaculate except for a large knife in the middle of the bed.
That is perfect. That sounds exactly like something that I would love to do myself.
If I had an Airbnb, what would be if you had an Airbnb, other than like a cat head or something like completely obnoxious,
totally viscerally disgusting, yeah.
What's something that you could just leave in the room that would just completely freak out your guest?
Probably like a severed doll head in a drawer or something.
Yeah,
that's
a good one.
They would have to actually be nosing around,
snooping,
to see. Yeah, something creepy like that.
That's a good thing.
Completely dismember a doll and put its different pieces in different spots of the room or something like that. Or maybe on the bottom of a table, have like a pentagram drawn on the bottom of a table or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good pentagrams are always like...
A pentagram's a go-to. It's a good one.
I love the story about the barista that drew a pentagram in the thing, and the lady freaked out and tried to get him fired. I don't know what I would put in there. I would put... Yeah, like baby doll parts.
People get creeped out over baby doll stuff, regardless.
That's true.
And you go run down to the freaking Goodwill or whatever, and you pick some crappy one up you don't even care about anyway. You just tear it up and leave it around.
While we were in New York, so my wife and I have hardware in the bedroom, right?
Yeah.
And we have power tools,
I hope they got that shot of my eyes going left, right.
And we normally, when we go on vacation, even if we don't expect the occasion to use them, we usually bring them because usually my mom stays here with the dog.
She starts nosing around.
And yeah, like, we're married. What's she going to say? But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want her knowing everything about me, right?
Yeah, it's a little weird barrier to break.
Depending on what sex toys you have, it says something about your sex life. You know what I mean? Like, it could mean different things. So, it's just an intimate thing you don't want people to know.
Yeah.
Well,
except everybody's listening to our show right now.
We didn't do it. Yeah, but they're allowed in. We didn't do it. We didn't do it this time. We just left it.
Oh, Lord.
In the drawer by the bed, right? So, like, I don't know. I don't know how much my mom knows about me now or not. I don't know.
Oh, man. This is another very special episode of ECN Radio right there. Scott interviews Bo's mom live.
Should we call her and find out?
Hey, Mom, when you were here, did you move anything around?
Did you happen to look in the bottom drawer?
Happen across some flashlights?
I feel like if you have a nightstand and it's got a bottom drawer,
just put something creepy down there.
That's what's in there.
Just like bags of spaghetti sauce or something. Just like Ziploc bags full of spaghetti sauce.
Ew.
Just fill up the whole drawer. You know how weird that would be if somebody opened up on that?
That would be weird. All right.
What's happening here?
I'm gonna start rounding out the outro music.
Here we are, guys. We reached another fun end. So if you guys do, check out some of the stuff that we had kind of like the YouTube special this episode. While you're out there, swing by our page too before you go anywhere else, and just click the subscribe, click the like.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
Click the little weird. There's a strange over here by the subscribe button now, where there is a little bell beside it. This is fairly new.
What is that?
It's the subscribe button.
This is why we're terrible at YouTube. I don't know any of this.
I just found this recently.
I didn't know there was a bell.
And then there's a how many subscribers that the person has. It's right next to our picture. We'll say ECN Radio, and then
how many subscribers do we have?
I'm not on our page right now, so I couldn't tell you. But there's a little bell right there, and if you go ahead and click that, it'll give you notifications of when we do post new stuff, and it'll pop up on your subscriptions feeds and your suggested videos faster.
I got you. It's the difference between liking a Facebook page and joining a Facebook group. And
actually following the page itself.
Yeah, and following the page, yeah.
And guys, we got to get this number a little higher because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, what's happening here? Because I know I'm one.
We literally have never used it until this year.
Yeah, I'm looking at this going, sweet God, I know I'm one of those. So
that is my YouTube account. I don't have another one. But before we get out, what's your worst hotel experience?
Oh, definitely the I don't even remember the name. Kevin. If Kevin was listening right now, he could totally jump in on this.
Oh, the one you talked
about. The hostel in Weehawken.
That's right. We talked about that last week. I was trying to find a way for us to talk about
that. That hostel in Weehawken was unbelievable. I mean, there have been other holes in the walls and disgusting places here and there, but nothing could have mentally and emotionally and spiritually prepared me for the 4 or 5 hours that we spent staying in that hotel there. I mean, that was unbelievable.
You know what? Tina Bishop still would have given it 5 stars.
She would have been 5 stars. It's right by the water. You can see New York.
And Juanita would have been the lock didn't work. That's what she would have done.
The lock didn't work on the door, and those ambulance didn't check on those car backfirings fast enough. That's all. I
feel like the New Jersey hotel could have definitely. I think we need to get the Another Dirty Room people to do that one.
Yeah, check that place out. Good God, all the plaster and lead leaking off the walls. Jesus. Oh,
I wish I remember the name of it. Maybe we'll talk about that next week. I don't know. I don't think we're allowed. We're not allowed to talk about hotels for another because we've done it 2 weeks in a row.
This isn't going to be a constant thing, guys.
What if we start a hotel podcast? All right. I'll talk to you guys.
Coming to Undercast Network. We got to run that past the board.
ECNradio.com, NerdCulturePodcast.com, TalkTheWalk.com. Lost Fan Podcast is probably neverhappening.com.
Just keep trying it out. Maybe one day it'll pop up. Who knows? Click the little bell beside it. Maybe it'll happen.
All right. We'll see you next week. Peace, bitches.
All right.